G'day guys, my name's Trevor Hancock. I'm the Dairy Herd Marketing Manager for Carrfields Livestock. I've been asked at short notice to prepare this brief summary just to give a rundown of how the dairy herd selling season went, also how the clearing sales functioned and the results from those, and give an indication of what's ahead, and I'll make a few assumptions of where I think the market will end up over the next 2 or 3 months. It's been a good season so far. The farmers tell us the weather's been kind and there's been exceptional grass growth right through June. So it's setting up for a good season. The dairy herds this year, as you know, Carrfields have a very good experienced dairy team, and we sold numerous herds for end of May delivery, and I can assure you that 100% of our sales got settled, and it's a credit to both the vendors and the purchasers as they all honoured their agreements and ensured that all the transactions went through very smoothly. Values of the dairy herds. The early herds in January, February were selling between $1,800 but the herds that were for sale still in May, those values dropped down to probably $1,100 to $1,400. A difficult time for selling autumn calving cows this year. Over the last 2 years, there's been a big influx in farmers going to all year round milking, but this year there didn't seem to be that development. So subsequently, there were several lines of cows still for sale at the end of March, and some of those cows ended up going direct to slaughter. The clearing sales, we conducted I think 14 on-farm clearing sales this year, less the number than we normally do. And the values also started out strongly, averaging $1,800 for the early clearing sales, but the last clearing sales in May were only making between $1,100 and $1,400. People kept asking me, why has the market dropped so much? And I could only factor in 4 reasons. One, it was a dry summer, so some people chose not to buy replacements and wait till the new season. Secondly, banks are putting horrendous financial pressure on farmers. They're wanting farmers to have better cash flows, and they're also wanting the farmers to increase their debt repayments. And this impacts on what they can spend when it comes to buying replacement heifers. Also, I did notice this season, there's a lot of farms that have gone out of dairying, and hence they do not require cows to be put back on those farms. And probably the buyers and probably some of the agents thought there was an oversupply of dairy cows available for sale, but I've been in the industry for 45 odd years, and as soon as it comes to the 31st of May, all dairy cattle seem to find a home. And now we've got buyers wanting to find good in-calf cows or close to pocket cows, and they're difficult enough to find the quality they're looking for. Live export at the moment, there's 2 or 3 companies running around buying Friesian yearling heifers to export to China. Values are between $1,100 and $1,200, depending on delivery, between July, August and September. Talk to your Carrfield agent. They will be able to tell you which is the best option for you to sell your heifers to. If I was a dairy farmer and short on cash flow, I'd consider selling my lower index Friesian replacement heifers for $1,100 to $1,200. It's good return. One of the biggest factors in the change in the dairy selling season this year were the amount of farmers that are adopting the A2 milk supply to the dairy companies. There's been a huge demand for those A2 classified cows, and there still is a big demand currently for such cows. Hence, if you can supply an A2 classified cow she's probably worth $300 or $200 to $300 more than what an equivalent cow is that has not got that qualifications. So if I was a dairy farmer and not interested in supplying A2 to a dairy company, I would get a bulk milk test on my herd, find out what percentage of your milk that you're supplying has an A2 content, and in a lot of cases farmers have found that 50 to 65% of their herd is has an A2 content. So then you can consider spending the extra money identifying the A2 cows and bringing them to the market. And then you'll be able to replace the cows for $300 less with an equivalent style of cow. It's worth a consideration. The bull selling season is nearly upon us. Carrfields, of course, have got a very good comprehensive bull plan for the dairy farmers to help with cash flows over that September-October period. Sign up for your Carrfields bull plan, go with a Carrfields agent, buy your bulls or attend the auction, take delivery of the bulls, make them over your cows. When you finish with them in January, February, contact your Carrfields agent and he'll resell them. At that point, all you have to pay to Carrfields then is the difference from what you bought them for and what you sold them for, and there's a $60 administration fee per head per bull. It's a great tool for cash flow in September. Feeder calf sales are only a fortnight away. All the rearers are back in the game. They all said they had a good season last year. They're reluctant to tell us what they're prepared to pay for my indication is that it'll be similar to last year. I think the July Friesian 4-day-old bull calf will be worth $200 to $300, and the Hereford and Angus and beef bred calves will be in July. Carrfields hold a lot of weekly, annual 4-day-old calf sales throughout New Zealand. Contact your local agent if you're interested in buying calves to sell, and he will tell you where those sale venues are. And if you're looking to purchase calves, he can tell you the best sales to go to. I think that's about all I can add at this stage of the time. I wish all the dairy farmers a successful season and a strong financial return for you. And remember, Carrfields want to be the #1 dairy supplier of cattle to the dairy farmer in New Zealand. So don't forget, if you're considering buying or selling, remember, call your Carrfields agent. He has the experience and we have the systems to be able to find exactly what you're looking for. Thank you very much.